to the Dilly Dally Hootenanny Podcast. I have Ruthen and Money as my first ever guest on Red Dead Online. Oh my gosh, Money, can you stop
Money,
messing with it?
money.
You're
Please
scaring
don't
the viewers. You're scaring the listeners, all right?
Money, just keep your mic on and just don't say nothing, okay?
All right. So, the podcast. How y'all liking Red Dead Redemption Online? Y'all are some semi-newish players. Y'all mind telling me when y'all first started playing Red Dead? Not all at once. Not all at once. Come on, fellas.
Nah, bro.
You guys wanted to be on the podcast and y'all ain't
Wait,
talking
Pep.
now. What?
Can you restart it?
Oh my god. We're keeping this in. We're keeping this in.
I have to think about when I started last, so give me a
Okay,
second.
okay, fine. Welcome to the Dilly Dally Hootenanny Podcast. Today's guests are Money and Ruthen. These are two semi-newish players to Red Dead Online, and I am interviewing them today. And Money, why do you keep getting up? You know, whatever. All right, so when did y'all happen to first start playing Red Dead? This year, a couple months ago? Tell you what, I'll make it easier. Okay,
Last year.
last year.
I probably played like 9 months ago.
9 months ago. Okay, and Money last year. All right. Do y'all know your ranks roughly?
Yeah, I'm 196.
187.
187. Ruth, and you're one what?
96.
196. Okay, both close to 200. Nice. So, as y'all have probably enjoyed Red Dead Online for a number of reasons, what is your guys' thoughts on Rockstar, like abandoning the game in terms of updates, content, and please one at a time, Ruthen or Money can go. Just say which one wants to go first.
Money.
No, you go first.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I think it's stupid, honestly, because, like, the game's such a great game, but I think it's also great because you can still do a lot of things, that could cause, like, not cheating, but you can do a lot of things, and I don't know, I think it's fine how it is, even though it still sucks, you know?
Mm. And Money?
The game is like very underrated because they're now focusing on GTA 6 and 5, and like the game doesn't get much updates anymore.
Mm.
So this game is pretty much dead now.
Okay. In terms of the community that is Red Dead Online, what do y'all make of it? Like the everyday people that you run into on Red Dead. Like for example, we ran into some griefers earlier, but like overall, what is y'all's experience? Like, is it good, positive, negative? Any stories that you would like to share about these people you meet?
Money.
Nah, bro, I ain't going first. You go first.
Okay, I honestly, I've met a lot of people that are good and funny, and I've also met a lot of people who think they're better than everybody, and they're just very negative about the game, and they get extremely mad about something so small as like a 1v1 or something, and they start cheating or use like devos and stuff, and then get mad at you when you kill them because they can't get a kill. But it's been pretty good. A lot of people on here are chill. It's just a lot of people take it a little too seriously, and it doesn't have to be that seriously, you know? Serious, not seriously, but serious.
Agreed. Money?
Yep, agreed.
Well,
So I'm gonna tell you about the people that were trying to grief Ruth and Peb before. So I join on Peb and Ruthen, and then I spawn in and I see all these red dots. And they start talking shit. And they're saying I'm in God mode because I was using level 2 tonics and using semi-automatic pistols against me. And he was like, God mode, God mode, God mode, you're cheating, you're a hacker. And I was like, 1v1 me, and it was like, no, you're just gonna cheat. And I was like, And then you're just gonna use Debo's and explosive rounds.
Mm. And with like the community that is Red Dead Online, have you noticed that it's been like a balance of chill people compared to the people that like we ran into earlier that were complaining and just basically being obnoxious? Or have you noticed that it's been kind of tipping in terms of there's more toxic people in terms of griefers as well as people
Definitely.
booting and DDoSing compared to just the chill people you meet on Red Dead?
There's more booters and toxic people than chill people.
Mm.
For sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. But I mean, again, there's a lot of good people you can meet. I guess it's just the people you run into.
Mm. Okay. Is there anything that you guys would want to be put in Red Dead Online that'd be like, man, I don't know why Rockstar didn't do this before they stopped updating the game?
Um, I don't know. I love the horses in the game. I think they should have added. I think they should have added like where you can let your horse go be free with like the other wild horses, and
Mm.
like be able to take the saddle off and stuff, make it more realistic. And if you do tame a horse, it should be yours. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I just like the horses a lot in the game, so just add it. I don't care about anything else.
Okay. Money?
They should definitely add new breeds of horses, new saddles,
Mm.
different like accessories you can put on your horse, and they should add more legendary animals.
Mm.
For sure. They should add more clothing. Oh, they should make a new pass.
Agreed.
Cause last Halloween they just put it in the same Halloween pass.
For real, they didn't even bring back the original Halloween pass that most people want. Because I think it's been the same Halloween pass since like 3 years ago already.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Red Dead like had like a lot of opportunity that got missed and like Rockstar never really capitalized on it. Like for me, I kind of feel like it's just a lot of little stuff that could have been added. Like there's a lot of little and a lot of big. For example, like in terms of the collector, like I find it interesting that you can drink those collectible like alcohol bottles for tonics,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't wear the rings, you can't wear the jewelry that you find, you can't use any of the other stuff. So that's just little, but at the same time there's other things like in terms of like think about the amount of guns that happened back then. Like
Yeah,
the,
they
the
should add more
gat
guns.
like the Gatling guns. Like how cool would it be to be able to buy that and just mount that anywhere? Like you can buy wagons, you can store Gatling guns on it, you can do little war zones.
Wouldn't
Just
that be overpowered though? Especially with them not doing anything now.
it would be
Oh yeah.
overpowered, but at the same time it would be interesting to go down this hypothetical because could you imagine there was Gatling gun perk cards that you can use for your character. So then there's
Ooh.
anti perks for that. So just stuff like that. Like it would have been interesting if Rockstar really played around more with this game because like if you look at GTA 5 online, like think about how crazy it's gone. You save the world, you do all these crazy heists, and now you're able to just deliver pizza. Like the variety's there, but when it comes to Red Dead, what do we got? We got the trader, collector, and bounty hunter, and moonshiner. Those are four roles out of the entire
Naturals.
Wild West. Oh, and naturals. So we got five roles in all of the Wild West. And I'm still kind of bummed that they never finished the storyline for the GTA or the Red Dead Online player. Like they never finished the story when you break out of jail and like you help Leclerc. Like
Mm-hmm.
they never finished it. It just ended right there, and it's like, wow, I wonder what happened, but we'll never know.
Yeah, they should have done
Yeah.
more to this game.
Mm. Did either of y'all play the story mode?
Yes.
I haven't finished it yet though.
I
Bruh, where?
finished it.
Okay,
I got
Ruthen.
bored of it.
Okay. Okay. Why did you get bored of it?
Um, I don't like a lot of games where you have to do that. I just like, I don't know, doing what I want, and I don't know, just I get bored with story stuff. So yeah, just jump. I hopped into the online first.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I got you. Do you know how it ends, the story?
Yeah, it doesn't Arthur die?
Yeah, but it doesn't end there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the full ending. Just know he dies.
Okay. Money, what is your thoughts of the Red Dead 2 story?
I like it. The bad part about it is when Arthur dies and your horse dies as well.
Mm.
Cause like the horse that died was like my favorite horse.
Mm.
You know the horse that the veteran has?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had the gold one. I had him.
R.I.P.
Yep. I forgot his name, but R.I.P.
R.I.P. Goldie Horse.
Yep. It was a Dutch warm blood. He was a war horse.
Nice. Do you guys have any stories about like Red Dead Online players you've met that just kind of stick out and you're like, wow, this is an actual human being out somewhere in the world? I'm terrified.
Mm. Yeah, there's been a few actually. Pretty good. Um, yeah, I mean the only bad ones I've met, I've like don't talk to them anymore, so there's not much to say there.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, Money, you said you've played the story mode. Have you? Okay, so I kind of have a theory about like Red Dead Online, and I was wondering if you would agree or disagree with me on it. So, my theory about Red Dead Online is the people you
Yep.
meet in like online, like the people you form posses with, and like all these little clans that get formed in like little gangs. I've noticed it kind of starts to resemble the story mode with like the Dutch Vanderlyn gang, where people kind of come together in like a camaraderie setting, but at the same time, like certain members start to resemble characters in the story mode, and the group kind of just fractions off, and it kind of just becomes like this weird symbolism for like both like real life friends as well as like online gamer friends, where it's just kind of nothing really lasts. And I was wondering, have you noticed that at all in terms of the people you play with and game with?
Not really. I didn't really think about it like that.
Okay.
But have you ever noticed that the guy character,
Mm.
when he comes down the horse, any horse, he kind of sounds like Arthur.
I haven't.
He's too busy playing a female to notice.
Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, we're all female. We're all female characters.
You guys, I'm the actual female here, but you guys are just fakes. Continue. Sorry.
Bruh.
We look better than you. Well, I do.
Okay.
Exactly.
Continue. Get another moonshine.
Um, do you guys have anything to like talk about or communicate about Red Dead? Complaints, concerns,
What about
or
Red Dead 3?
Red Dead 3? I feel like it might just kind of be like a not a prequel. Like I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like if they do a prequel, it would definitely be about like Dutch, Arthur and John and Hosea when they're a little bit younger before like all the events take place. Maybe they'll go in on like Arthur's dad, but if they do the prequel, that's the way they'll go with that. Or I've seen the other
I gotta
theory of
go. My bad,
okay,
bro.
no, you're good. But I guess I'll just continue with that thought. So I think if Red Dead Redemption 3 happens, the other theory that I have heard is it'll continue with Jack Marston, where he's grown up and also serving in the military during World War One and possibly two. And so I think that would be cool, but at the same time, it's definitely going to be leaving that cowboy aesthetic behind, like
Mm-hmm.
if they go that route because I heard something really, really cool, like to describe how like the rest was really done. Like, because you always hear like the Wild West is dead, Ruthen. It's no longer around. It's done. and it's always like subjective on like why is the Wild West done. And the best quote I've ever heard to describe when the Wild West was truly finished, Ruthen, was when people stopped using horses. Like once you stop seeing people ride horses, once you stop seeing horses in the middle of, like on street corners being like hitched outside of like
Horses and carriages.
yeah, like once that ended, Wild West is gone. And so I think if Red Dead Redemption 3 happens and they go Jack Marston's route, I think that's kind of going to be the thing where it's just gone. But that's about that. Anything else Red Dead related?
Not that I know of. You can just ask a question and I'll answer it.
What is the age range you have noticed you run into the most in Red Dead? I've noticed I run into a lot more like maybe 15 to around 30, maybe 40-year-olds. Every now and then I'll run into like maybe a 50 or even a 60-year-old, but like I've noticed the age range is very like it's pretty wide in Red Dead.
It is. It's yeah, it's very wide. From my experience, the youngest I've met is an 8-year-old, and the oldest I've met is a 70-year-old, which is somebody we both know. But from what I mainly see, it's people who are 15, yeah, 30s, 15 to 30s, and mainly 20s. I've met a lot of people, like half of my friend list, 20s, and they're in their 20s. So I'd say I'd agree with you. But yeah.
For Red Dead, for me, like I've been playing since beta days, and like I've been playing the game, and I've just noticed a lot of stuff where it's just like I wish the developers would have put a lot of stuff that was in story mode in online. I don't know how to code. I don't know how to do any of that stuff, but at the same time, I feel like it would be easy for them to implement into the online mode, because if you think about it, like think about like in story mode, you're able to go to the theater, you're able to watch a play, you're able to play different types of games. Like I'm thinking of Red Dead 1 where you can play horseshoes, liar's dice. I'm just thinking about like the lack of like little mini games that make the world feel alive. And I just think it's kind of disappointing that it never got added, because it just seems like it's so available. It's so right there for them just to put it in the game. And it's just kind of a tragedy that it never got put in, because it's just like right now, if you're playing Red Dead Online, like, and you're in Saint Denis, the city seems so unalive. But if you were to go in Red Dead story mode into Saint Denis, it's full of people. All these NPCs make the world feel like so alive. But in online, it's just like there was this YouTuber, he described Red Dead Online as artificial loneliness, where it's just all generated. These are all a bunch of pixels, but you're alone, but you're in this artificial landscape that is the wilderness, the desert, the cold, and nothing's going on. But at the same time, it's kind of like this weird mountain man experience you're experiencing, but at the same time, it's not like Rust or The Forest. It's not a survival game. It does have survival aspects, but that's not all this game's about. It's gunslingers, moonshiners, all this extra stuff, but it's just interesting to see like the amount of opportunity this game had, but it never really went for it. And it's kind of a tragedy, because like it's like the thing about Red Dead Online is it has Rockstar Games. Rockstar Games is the trendsetter. They lift the bar when it comes to gaming. Anybody that wants to make a good game, they compare it to Rockstar. If anybody tries to make a gangster game, they're going to say it's a GTA ripoff. And so it's really cool to see that Red Dead's part of like under that umbrella. But at the same time, it's like they just didn't do anything with it because, like, think about it. Red Dead is such a niche game. I can't even think
Mhm.
of any other cowboy game. And you know what cowboy game I can think of? Red Dead
Mhm.
Redemption 1. That's by Rockstar. So it's like they have the market cornered. They have
Mhm.
a chokehold on the cowboy genre. If there's any other cowboy game out there, I can think of maybe Gun, but guess what? Rockstar owns that. Then there's all
Mhm.
the other like child games where it's like My Little Pony, stuff like that. That stuff doesn't count because it's not really cowboy oriented. It's about being a horse girl pretty much. But
Mhm.
Red Dead, blood, murder, cowboy, morals, it's dope.
Yep.
But like it's crazy to see the lack of love that was given to this game because like I mean just look at this game, look at the graphics, look at the level of detail, the craftsmanship that Rockstar poured their heart
Mhm.
into, and it's just like, man,
Wasted.
what indeed, like what a waste, like all that hard work. Like, and it's like the game got awards, it was acclaimed, it was a masterpiece. And
Mhm.
it's just like GTA 5 Online has been a dead cow that has been continued to milk for all it's worth since 2013.
Mhm.
2013. It's 2025. That was more than 10 years ago.
Yep.
Like, and like, I would not doubt it if Rockstar can turn a profit on Red Dead Online. But I think the reason why things went the way they did was because the company is focusing their attention on GTA 6, and the reason why they're focusing so hard on GTA 6 is because they're going to make that their final investment for a long, and I mean a long time.
Mhm.
We're not going to see GTA 7 for a very long time. We're not going to see a Bully 2 for a very long time. We're not going to see an LA Noire. We're not going to see a Red Dead 3 for a very, very long time. Because
Mhm.
the amount of money Rockstar's going to make from GTA 6 is going to be one hell of a gamble that I think they're going to have the odds in their favor for because they're pouring billions of dollars into that game and they don't have any of the old writers from any of the old GTAs. So I think they're investing all their money and hoping to God that it's a success because
Mhm.
the game's going to be either good or great. It won't be terrible, but it's either going to be good or great. And that's what's kind of crazy about this game. Like, it's not going to underperform, but it might not reach people's expectations.
All right.
But yeah, that is the soapbox right there. Mm,
No, I completely agree. This game has so much potential, and I don't know if Rockstar sees that or not, but they really did put a lot of work into this game. Like all the little details, like when you're running and just everything you do in the game. Like it shows like your footprints, horse hooves. Just
mm,
it's the little things in the game that make it great, like you said. But I I think that they are paying attention more to GTA 6 and 5, and they kind of just gave up on a game that could have probably made more than GTA 6, if I'm gonna be honest. Like if they just made a little few changes and added more things to the game and made it more fun. It's a fun game, don't get me wrong. Like I love playing it, but it gets boring at times. Like I'm only level 100, and like I get bored after like I play for 3 weeks because you just doing the same stuff over and over again. In GTA, yeah,
mm,
you can do a lot more things, but it's I don't know. I don't think they should have gave up on the game. It's a really great it's a great game.
mm. And like with that, like I really agree with you that like Red Dead could have made way more money than GTA could
Mhm.
because like think how like the only thing that's keeping me away from going back to GTA and playing it like I used to when I was in high school or even middle school
Mhm.
is the graphics. Imagine if GTA had the level of graphics that Red Dead has. The
Mhm.
mechanics, the movement, the fighting style. Like, I would be on GTA way more than I would be on Red Dead if they did that.
Mhm.
because again, that game came out in 2013. It shows that it came out in 2013. Like it doesn't look nice. It doesn't look good anymore.
Mhm.
It looked great back then. I still remember when back in the day we were like, "Whoa, this looks so realistic." And then look at Red Dead. like
Mhm.
like when you go into the forest in Red Dead, you're like, "Wow, I I feel like I'm in the woods."
You
I
really
might
do.
like the sounds, just like all that it's missing is just like you feeling the temperature and the smell. But
Mhm.
visually, it's like, wow. The sounds, wow. Everything is so good.
Mhm.
But yeah, like, it really is a tragedy because, like, Red Dead could have done so good. And, like, it's sad because Red Dead's gotten to the point where it's kind of like there's no more hope.
Mhm.
It's really sad to see because there's other games that had no hope. Mind you, Ruthen, there's been a lot of games that had no hope, like Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky, and there's a couple other games that had no hope. They had terrible launches. They did terrible when they first got released. They got review bombed. They did terrible at award shows.
Mhm.
Cyberpunk got a Red Dead Redemption treatment where they redeemed themselves. That game, like, they updated it, all for free, and they made that game a success. Same with No Man's Sky. Like, it's more popular now than it ever was when it first released, and it's those games are still ongoing. And it's
Mhm.
just very sad because I just don't see that same outcome for Red Dead. It's
Mhm.
really depressing because it's like, man, like like I run into people still on Red Dead where they're like, "Yeah, I bought some gold bars today, and I just really wanted this thing, right?" They don't do glitches, they don't do nothing. They're not against it, but at the same time, they just don't have access to Lake Isabella yet. But
Mhm.
they buy gold, and I'm just like, bro, don't give them any more money. They already got enough money. But they're like, bro, I
Mhm.
really want this, and so it's like they're still making money to this day. So it's like it's baffling that like they're still getting money, but they're still not doing anything for this game. But meanwhile, we can deliver pizza in GTA. Like
Mhm. I've done
they're
that a few times.
yeah, they're still updating that game. And you know what I found that was so infuriating, Ruthen?
Hmm.
There's certain content that's in Red Dead Redemption 2 online that got put in GTA 5.
Really?
There's certain jackets, certain clothing that got put in GTA online for certain missions. The Do you know that mission where it's the legendary bounty hunter where you go track down that guy that basically poisons you and you get like those giant animal hallucinations and you got to kill the
Mhm.
animals? They did that in GTA. They gave you a hunter's jacket that's in Red Dead and they gave you that like pirate looking hat that's in Red Dead. So you look like a
Mhm.
frontiersman and they even gave you a musket just to fill the old timey role. And it's just like, wow. Like a spit in the face is crazy, but that's what it really felt like. It's like, yeah, we got
Mhm.
all the Red Dead stuff here, and it's like, no, you don't. You don't got the charm. You don't got any of the good stuff that Red Dead has capitalized on.
Mhm. I feel you.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Um, you gonna say something else, or shall
No, no,
I?
no, you're good. It's like, feel free to stop me, bro. I get on my soapbox when I talk about Red Dead, so like, yeah, like I do talk a lot when it comes to this game because I
No,
do
you're
love
good.
Red Dead.
Me too. I love it too. No, I could talk about it for hours. I honestly, if you didn't like, if I didn't stop myself, I would be sitting here for 3 hours talking about it as well. Even though I've only played it for 9 months.
Mm,
But
mm,
yeah, I completely agree. I don't know why a lot of people like GTA. I could talk a lot of crap about it, though I don't play it as much. But
mm,
they have a lot of close options, and they like GTA is it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but I think the Rockstar, I think they just forgotten how much Red Dead means to people. Like I love country, and when I first saw the game. Um, I was really excited to know that I could ride a horse in the game and go out to the woods wherever I wanted, and just it feels real. It feels like I'm actually there, even though I'm holding a controller in my hand right now.
Mm.
But it's the most detailed game I've ever seen in my life. Like, um, they I think they need to sit down and play Red Dead themselves for a little bit, because I think they're forgetting that this game is it's it's something more than just, GTA 6 and 5. It's definitely a lot more than that, and it's worth a lot more. Like, the the details really get me in this game. Like, when I'm drunk, it really shows. The words, the letters like switch up, your eyes, they
Mm.
really show everything. But when you're drunk in GTA, you just pass out, then you're gone. That's it. You don't show no sign effects or nothing. It's I don't know. I don't like that they forgot about the game. It kind of makes me mad. A lot of
Mm.
people makes a lot of people mad, because like, when you have a great game like this, it's a lot of people forget about it. Um, Obviously a different game comes out, but like, you don't have to forget about a good game. They still do make money and all that, but it's not worth giving your money to people if they're not gonna do anything to the game. Like, I don't want to spend $100 on an account because just for the old stuff. Like, it's cool and all, but is it really worth giving my money to if they're not gonna fix anything? Like,
Mm.
there's people who cheat in this game 24/7, and we have to deal with it because Rockstar doesn't want to fix it. And
Mm.
I think it's sad. Red Dead, like, it's a great game. Like, yeah, I don't know. If I could put GTA down, I probably would, because it really is overrated. It's
Mm.
I don't know. It's not good in a way. A lot of people might get mad at that, but that's the truth. It's not a good game. You can do a lot more than Red Dead, of course, but I don't know why people favor it, like, make it so special when they clearly don't understand about Red Dead. Because once you get on Red Dead, it's just addicting. You can't get off it. Like, when
Mm.
I walk in the woods, the trees, they sway, they
Yeah.
move a little bit from the wind, and that shows a lot about Rockstar, like how much they put into this game, and they just forgot about it for a game that looks nothing like this. It looks terrible. Like, when you fight in GTA, I don't know, it doesn't look real. You punch someone, and then sure, that's like how it goes in Red Dead, but it's more detailed in Red Dead, and I
Mm.
think games like this should get more. I think they should get more, love towards it, instead of games that sure make you a lot of money, but games people will get bored of eventually. Because, I mean, Red Dead, like I said, I get bored of it all the time. Playing it for 3 weeks, doing the same stuff, it gets boring. But
Mm.
when you have friends to play with on Red Dead, like, life changes. Like, I could sit on Red Dead, play it all day for 24 hours, it wouldn't get bored.
Mm.
GTA, I could go on it, hang out with friends, and get bored in an hour. It's completely different.
And I agree with you there, because like I really do feel like in order to make Red Dead fun, you need friends to play it with.
Hmm.
Because like I can play Red Dead for a good amount of time, but at the same time, it's like I feel like at max I can maybe play, like, say I don't got a podcast to listen to, say I don't got music to listen to. I'm just having fun in Red Dead. I feel like I can maybe play for half an hour to an hour,
Hmm.
and that's online. GTA, I feel like no, same boundaries, maybe an hour or two. But with the right kind of people, granted, with the right kind of people, you can play as long as you want any other game. But with Red Dead, it's specifically needed for this game
Hmm.
because like that's where all the action is. Like the people you meet on Red Dead Online, it's always a gamble. It's always interesting to see who you meet, because sometimes you meet some chill people, sometimes you meet the people that we met earlier where they just complain and basically just use this as like a way to vent, to get their frustration out by trying to belittle other people online. And then it becomes this big verbal cage match of like who can insult each other better or do something of the sort. But it's definitely a need to have people that you genuinely feel comfortable to game with, because Red Dead is just, like I said earlier with the whole artificial loneliness thing, it does get lonely and it does feel very like if you're out in the desert or like anywhere in the boonies in this game, it looks very beautiful for a minute, but man, you start to realize you're alone out there. Like it doesn't get creepy, it doesn't feel eerie or anything like that, but it just feels like how it would like if you're out in nature. It's just you're out there with the elements and that's it.
I just have to say, I'm, I don't know. I love the outdoors and, games that are like cowboy style and everything. It's awesome to me. Like, when I first started Red Dead, like, I saw everything that was happening and I fell in love with it playing it for 5 minutes. And because I just connect to it. Like, it's kind of how I want my life to be when I grow up. Like, you know, and I kind of want to just try to bring it back to people. Like, I live by a Amish place, and I went there and there was horse and buggies. There was horses on hitch post on the road. There was crap on the road. It felt good because it like I connect to it, and that's why I like Red Dead so much, because I connect to it.
Mm.
And I don't know, a lot of people, I think if they played Red Dead long enough, and even if they get killed, if they start out as a level 11, not start off, but if they level up, they're level 20, and they get killed 24/7. It's a part of a process. I mean, you're gonna get killed because there's a lot of griefers in the game. I'm a
Mm.
griefer, but um, after a while, if you have friends and you play the game, you sit down, just look at everything, you'll understand that it's a lot better than GTA. Like, if you go outside of the Moonshine Shack right now, just sit down and stare, it's like sitting in real life, sitting by like a house, staring out off into the distance, and it feels alive. It doesn't feel like it's fake and you're just buried in a big city with, I mean, lots to do with GTA. Like, I got a lot of crap to talk about GTA because it's terrible in my opinion. I played it for an hour probably, and I it's boring. I don't like it at all. I don't like big cities, so that's probably why. But I don't
Mm.
know. People just have to sit down and really just play, like, take a good look at what's around them in Red Dead. And if you die, you die. That's a part of the game. I mean, people take it too seriously, but it's all a part of, I don't know, it's just a part of something that you'll get over. Like, I still die constantly to people, but I'm not gonna get mad at the game or get mad at people because they're gonna try to ruin my mood on such a pretty game. Like, I have the Moonshine Shack as the hunter, I think, and
Mm.
the things on the walls and the everything is just so detailed. Like, if I came to a place and looked at this, it looks like real life, you
Mm.
know? And I really think Rockstar has to just sit down and take a good look at what they made in the game and know they can make better, um, instead of focusing on GTA. I don't know. That's about it. And focus on it.
Mm. And I agree because like Rockstar, like if you look at Rockstar's track record with the games that they were releasing banger after banger, but not only were they releasing banger after banger, they were releasing games. Some of them were very similar to each other, but some of the games were just out there, Ruthen. Like they
Mm-hmm.
didn't, they like, so we got GTA. That's one like crime genre category. Then we got LA Noire. Crime genre, I get it, but you're as a cop, you're a detective, you're solving crimes, you're not causing them. Boom. Then Bully. Bully's crazy because Bully's just GTA, but you're a kid. You're
Mm-hmm.
there's no guns, there's no nothing. There's fireworks, you can beat up other people, but it's a really unique way to just game. So it's just like we have these unique things that Rockstar was putting out. And like Red Dead, boom, cowboy game. Then we got Manhunt. Manhunt, you play as a serial killer. He's a serial killer trying to survive, basically being put through like this snuff film where he has to go around killing other bad guys in brutal ways. So Rockstar put out these really interesting games that's like, man, I wonder where they're going to go. I wonder what's going to happen next. I wonder what this company has in store for us, the consumer. But once GTA 5 came out, all that changed, all that stopped, all that creativity, it got put on the back burner. And to me, it just never made sense because it's like the more money you get, I'd imagine the more freedom and liberty that you would have to take these risky ventures. Because Rockstar put out a lot of games that it was risky for them to put out. Like every time GTA comes out, everybody's like, it's too violent, it's a hooker killer simulator, it's a lot of like these stereotypical comments that the media puts on it. But once it comes to GTA 5 Online, everything stopped. Everything got put to a halt. And it's just really sad to see because 2013 was the last time we got a Rockstar game. And then we had to wait all the way till like 2018, 2017 until Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. And now it's 2025 and GTA 6 is going to come out. So 2018, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We had to wait 8 years for another game to come out since Red Dead Redemption 2 Online came out. And it's like all this money. Who did it pay? It paid their owners. Rockstar's owned by this company called Take-Two Interactive. So Rockstar gets a lot of flack, but in the meantime, I think it's Take-Two's fault because they're a business, yada, yada, yada. And I've noticed with like all these companies that have like major corporations overseeing them and in charge of them, they start to mess up the money really bad. Like in terms of like Warner Brothers, they had this DC TV show in development of like Teen Titans. It's a live action Teen Titans. They scrapped it once it was already like almost done and completed and ready for release. They scrapped it. So imagine like how expensive a TV show is to create, direct, costume, makeup, all that stuff, and they just scrap it last minute. So it's very interesting to see like these types of crazy calls like that these big entities make. And we see it time and time again, but it's really sad to see it happen to Red Dead because Rockstar has made its money by being pretty much South Park, but in video games. They make fun of everybody. They make fun of major corporations. They say they're evil, all this, but then in the meantime, Rockstar has to put on a leash and it has to obey its master, the one that bought it. And in doing so, the consumer, the people that made Rockstar, not Rockstar like the employees and hard workers, but the consumers that bought their games, their merchandise, are the ones that suffer. In the meantime, Rockstar has nothing to answer for. Like, it's really amazing to see, like, the amount of money that Rockstar has gotten, but the lack of, like, commitment to be like, yo, maybe we could put a couple $1 million worth in, like, security for our consumers. Like we shouldn't be getting booted offline. We shouldn't have our Wi-Fi messed with. Rockstar should, because, like, we're all on one server. Everybody has access to everybody else's stuff if they're in this game right now. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And the same thing goes for Rockstar Social Club, their website. The security on it is terrible. People can get access to your credit cards, your phone numbers, your address, all the works. And it's like Rockstar is the biggest gaming company out there. So why do they not have good security? Like, it's lackluster. It's not even okay security. Like, can it at least be good? Because it's like decent security, not even decent. It's just like, it's a tragedy to see how like little care Rockstar has for like their consumers. Because
Mm-hmm.
like if I ran a company, anybody with like any business sense ran a company, your consumer is your number one priority. Yeah, you can abuse your consumer as much as you want, but you better protect their wallet because you want their
Mm-hmm.
wallet, you want their money to go to you. You don't want somebody using your services to steal from your consumer. And
Yeah.
so it's like it's really baffling that Rockstar, like to this day, it's like Rockstar got cyber attacked like I think a couple months ago, didn't they? Like
Mm-hmm.
just because people were complaining about like the modders getting messed with, and so the modders went to war with GTA, and then Rockstar stepped in, started handling stuff. But even then, it's just like it begs the question: just better your security, protect your fan base, protect your players because they're the ones that are giving you money and loving your creation. So look out for the little guys because those little guys, there's a lot of them, and they're going to build your company from the ground up. And they did that. And it's disappointing to see how little care Rockstar really put out and acknowledgments for those people.
But yeah, it's the rock stars. They're stupid. I'm no hate or anything, but they really do lack a lot of things that they shouldn't, and
Mm,
it is a problem. Like people getting booted off of Red Dead, that's insane because like nobody wants that. Nobody wants people to get into your Wi-Fi, mess up everything, and mess up your game because they're mad. They're mad that some reason you killed them and they can't kill you back.
mm,
That's a big problem, and Rockstar doesn't acknowledge that that is a problem. So they do lack a lot of things.
mm. And it's crazy too because it still happens on GTA as well. So it really is a
Mhm.
Rockstar issue. And like, it's not just GTA 5. It's not just Red Dead Redemption 2 online.
Mhm.
The servers are still active for Red Dead 1. If you're on PlayStation 3, you can still play Red Dead Redemption 1 online. You can still play GTA 4 online. You can still actually you can't play GTA 5 online on PS3 because they shut those servers down, I believe. But I mean, modders, all these people with like the ability to do all this extra stuff still have the capability to mess with whatever Wi-Fi or your routers if they just have a bad day.
Mhm.
And it's just I think that would be like my biggest like request for Rockstar to really like crack down and fix. Like I get it. It's like yes, I would want so many more things for Red Dead. I would like all the stuff I talked about with like the little events and stuff put from story mode and online. But at the same time, I think my number one thing would be just security. Please just
Yeah.
protect the people because I don't want people messing with other people's routers. I don't want people messing with other people's IRL lives. It's a
Mhm.
video game. Some people can't get that through their head because people are mentally ill and can't really take a joke or handle themselves properly. So they have to take out their anger and aggression on other people that they deem weaker than. But despite them not even being weaker, it's just they have an extra step to mess with somebody else. And I think that's not right because those people deserve to be put in check and not have that ability to mess with somebody else because it's just a video game. People
Mhm.
all log on just to have a good time and play the game. And
Yeah.
those people that can't handle that are a really big concern and issue because there's so many times where I've played this game and I ran into people on Red Dead where they're losing or even if they're winning, they'll go after you. And I've heard this phrase so many times. You can replace the name no matter what, but they'll always say, do your magic, do your trick, because you're about to get booted offline because they're finding out where you live, your connection, just to kick you off. And it's just like, man, this is just a video game. Like, how bad does your life have to be going in real life for you to like stoop this low just to try to get a rise out of somebody? Like, get help. Like, get mental like help. Consult a counselor. Meditate. Breathe. Touch grass. Do something productive that like betters your mind and soul, because it's just really baffling the lengths people will go to boot you offline and harass you on this game. I really hope in GTA 6 these problems go away. I really hope they go away, because like that's the number one thing. Just security, content and all that stuff can come later, but just security. Please help with the security.
Yeah, security. That definitely needs to be. Yeah, no, people will do anything on any type of game to mess with you in real life if they're mad. So, yeah, people will do anything on type of game to mess with you, and it's sad because there's a lot of kids on Red Dead, a lot of kids on any game. In 2025, there's like lots to, lots of people, and I think it's just not safe for people if you have it's not safe for people, especially young people in the game, with people who are mad, or if they feel like you're cheating, they're just gonna get into your stuff and, mess everything up, and
Cheat themselves.
it really does suck. Yeah, no, like people like that, they don't deserve to be on a game, honestly, because if you're gonna take it seriously, then why are you on the game? You could go, if you're mad, get off the game. You don't have to mess with people having a good time because you feel the need to, It's sad actually, and it's just getting worse.
Like if somebody has that much of a drive to mess with you online, man, I wish like the people that mess with people online like that, man, do something more constructive than messing with somebody online. Apply that to your life, apply that to your job, apply that to your passion, your art, your craft, because guarantee the same amount of effort you use to mess with somebody and ruin somebody else's day, you can use that to empower yourself, uplift yourself, and build something incredible. So do something positive than negative. But we're running on 56 minutes of this 10-minute podcast. So I would like to thank Ruthen and also Money. Money had to go get whooped. Yeah, Money had to go get whooped by his mama. I respect him. He's a soldier. So thank you, Ruthen. Thank you, Money, for being a part of the Dilly Dally Hootenanny Podcast. Please tune in the next time I record a new one. So thank you all for viewing, listening. Oh yeah, Ruthen, you got anything to say to the fans? All 18 of them?
Pep is gay.
Wow.
Pep is gay. Pep is yeah. Also play Red Dead more because you guys suck and you guys are losers. Just kidding. Anyways, Pep's gay.